This section will deal with restrict access. Now, restrict access is basically putting a lock at the front of any activity saying you can't get here unless certain criteria are met. Now, that can be a date, and there's certainly some logic to that if during the course of your semester you don't want students getting far ahead, so you can restrict access by date. Or of course you can also just hide that material until such a time as you want them to get to it. More often, restrict access is to say that something has to be done in sequence. You want to have students definitely do exercise A or activity A before they move on to something else. You want them to have one experience before the other. Now, while this can be done, it's not always best to do it that way. The logic is this: the more freedom a student has to roam your course and look at the materials, the more they may feel that they have some agency. However, if you have inexperienced learners or you have a very specific reason for having them hop through certain hoops before they get there, using restrict access makes sense. So I just want to put that caveat out there in advance, that this does tend to handcuff a student a little bit, and sometimes it actually discourages, learning. With that said, let's take a look at this real fast. So what we can do for restrict access is, I know in this instance that I definitely want them to have, I want them to have gone through and read and commented on his earliest text before they get to the lesson itself. So this is the activity. It's read and comment on the earliest text they have to do before they get to this section. So the restrict access is on Chaucer's Sumner's Tale lesson. That's what we're going to be working on. So I'll open that up, and then I will scroll down to where it says restrict access. And then I would like there to be a restriction put on there, and I would like it to be an activity has to be completed first. So something has to be marked completed, and I've already set up what that looks like in the previous lesson. Come down here and make sure that they have done the read and comment on Chaucer's earliest text prior to what we're working on here, so I'll indicate that. And then I'll hit save and return, and I'm good to go. And at this point you'll see, if we scroll down to the same activities, this one now says not available unless the activity read and comment in Chaucer's earliest text is marked complete. Thank you.